If your environment feels chaotic when you walk in it in the morning, that means your mind will be chaotic throughout the day. Hi, this is Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to the Magellan Network Show. My goal inside of this communication, this show, is to share with you my nearly 30 years of coaching some of the most successful financial advisors in North America. We're going to be talking about strategies, syntaxes. We're going to be bringing guests on from time to time, and I'm going to share with you what's working now. So think of this show as sort of like a little one-on-one kind of mini coaching cast, if you like, where we're going to be going in depth from time to time on strategies to help you grow your business, get more effective, become more efficient, find balance in your time management, grow your business, and quite frankly, whatever else is going on in the world today. So before we get to today's episode, I'd love for you to do a couple things for me. Number one, make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're doing the audio, make sure that you give us a review on whether it's Spotify or Apple. We'd really appreciate that. And quite frankly, that does help. It does matter when you rate things and like things and subscribe to things. It helps us get the word out to more of the industry. And lastly, I have a very special gift for you. Go to MagellanNetwork.net, so one word, MagellanNetwork.net, and I have for you a complimentary membership, 100% gratis, where you can tap into about between 50 and 75 hours of masterclasses, forms, tools, templates, and strategies. So please go ahead and make sure you go ahead and get that claimed. Smash the like button and subscribe. And please go ahead and leave us a review on whatever podcasting platform you're on. And now, let's get to this week's episode. Hi, it's your Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to this episode of the Magellan Network Show. So today, in this episode, what I want to do is I want to talk about focus. And from a standpoint of environments, right? So again, whether you're at a large firm, you have your own physical office, you work out of your home, you have a home office, or any combination of all those things, right? Let's talk about environments, because this really, really does matter. I will tell you that environments either help the cause or they hurt the cause, period. It is one or the other. It is not a third thing, which is neutral, all right? So what am I looking for? Sometimes what I'm not looking for. So I am not, obviously 90% of what I do today with clients is Zoom, which is cool, right? What that allows me to do is allows me to kind of, beam into their office, right? Or their environment, see what's going on. And a lot of times you'll see, I'll see stacks of paper and stacks of files, right? And just messiness. And I'll see the news on in the background, which is like, that's like my third rail, right? And I'm sitting there going, if you got all that going on, first off, if your environment feels chaotic when you walk in it in the morning, that means your mind will be chaotic throughout the day. Simple rule, okay? So remember this, if your environment is chaotic, messy, that will lead to a chaotic and messy mind, which is you'll struggle to focus, you'll struggle to feel like you're in control, because your physical scenario does not allow that. Now, for those who are watching me on YouTube today, if you look in the background, you notice, you look here, right? It's I've got a small bookcase there. We've got some swag boxes in the back. I've got some really cool pictures, right? But it's pretty ordinary, generic, not a lot. Some people have like just stuff all over in the background. And then you got to remember, when you're doing Zooms with clients or prospects, if you've got too busy of a background, people will be looking at, what's that book on that shelf, or what's that a picture of, right? Now you can see my pictures. I got a moon, I got some beach stuff, right? Like you don't have to you don't have to think about it. Like it's there front and center, right? And I've got some small books buried in the corner there. But my environment when I come in is organized, it is neat, it is tidy, it is very executive-like, okay? So number one, if that is not yours, right? So again, and I don't care where it is. If you're in a big firm, at home, doesn't matter. What you need to schedule for yourself is a clean sweep day, which is a day, or some of you might need 2 days, where you do not open up your Outlook, you put your phone on do not disturb, if appropriate, close your office doors, fire up the shredder and the scanner, and just get yourself right? Do it, okay? So that's the first thing, so physical environments. The next thing is, what are our distractions? So I've heard this man for decades. Well, Joe, I've got the TV on. It's just background noise. Yeah, but you don't understand. Like, you got the news on, right? I don't care, CNBC, Fox Biz, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, right? But what you don't understand is that the subconscious mind takes it all in. Hi, Coach Joe Lukacs here, and I'm just breaking here for a moment just to do a couple quick reminders. Number one, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel or our podcast. In addition, please leave a comment or a review. Those things really, really matter. And share this episode with 3 of your colleagues inside the financial services space. And lastly, make sure that you go ahead and claim your free membership inside of Magellan Network. Now back to this week's episode. Like, it doesn't matter if you're not consciously listening to it, your subconscious is absorbing it. So you want background noise? I got great examples. So there are YouTube channels, there's playlists, productivity music, background music, like spa music, right? Stuff like that. Like, if you need some like kind of noise to kind of make your world work, I get it. Then find some positive stuff, will you? Let's not have any negative. And my God, can you please? And I saw this the other day. I wanted to go through the Zoom feed and strangle this client of mine, relatively new client, because otherwise he would know better. Like, I am literally doing a session with him, and over his right shoulder, it must be like a 60-inch TV in his office, and he's just got CNBC on in the background. And everything's like freaking red, right, man? It's like nothing but red, right? And I stopped him for a second. I said, hey, let me ask you a question. What percentage of your client reviews do you do over Zoom? He goes, well, probably 80% of them. I said, great. You do it from the office here? Yeah. Okay. Walk me through why you think it's a good idea, while you're talking to your clients about their financial game plan and financial future, to have that on over your right shoulder. Then he turned around and looked, and I go, "Good look, man. Yeah, if it's all green, it's great, right? But it ain't today. And all you're doing is, putting stuff. All you're doing is putting distract. First off, they're not paying full attention to you because you got this thing in the background, right? That's number one. So it's a terrible idea. And again, just stop and think for a second, right? So, like, when you're doing work on Zoom, like, your environment matters. Like, your backgrounds matter, because anything that takes away from them focusing on you and what you need to communicate, coach, influence them on is costing you. All right. So what else gets in the way, right? Distractions. I have it all the time. And I'll say this, hopefully it doesn't come off the wrong way. I am damn expensive to hire compared to other coaches. I am. So when I sit and do a one-on-one for 30 minutes, like, hey, you're compensating me really good to be focused on you for that 30 minutes. And what do I hear in the background? Outlook, ding, ding, dings. And I see the eyeballs go to the screen over there like I'm trying to make a point. Like, wait a second. Hey, it's your money. But if I was a top client of yours and you and I are having a Zoom conversation and I'm hearing ding, ding, ding in the background, and I know it's Outlook because everybody knows what Outlook ding, ding sounds like, right? And I see your eyes peel off my screen to somewhere over there. Like, what are we doing? Again, focus. So here's the standard I want to give you guys. Okay, here's the standard. When you're engaged with a client, prospect, COI, I don't care. But when you're in the people business in that moment, I want you to consider yourself like a neuro or open heart thoracic surgeon. Like, you cannot screw around. Okay, you cannot half your brain here and the other half on your fantasy football league, your masters, whatever, right? Like, you cannot do that. 100% focus. There's plenty of time throughout the rest of the day to check in on all the other stuff. But when you have got to deploy 100% of your power into a conversation, into another human being, you do not screw around with that. So, number one, get a clean sweep day or two scheduled, get your environment handled. Number two, take inventory, not through what you like in background, but does your Zoom background hurt or help you? Do you have that blasted TV on the wrong channels? Next, when you got to be 100% focused, get rid of Outlook, close it down, shut it down, or whatever your email client is. Most of you have Outlook. Just get rid of it. It'll be there. Trust me, an hour from now, the inbox will be there. Oh, last thing, the phone, your mobile device. Either put it in a drawer, which is what I recommend, or at least put it on Do Not Disturb. All, Android app, doesn't matter. They all have these Do Not Disturb settings. Like, do it. The one thing that you have control over is your environment and your focus. That is 100% on you. You get to choose what you watch, what you listen to, what you do, or what you don't do. Raise your standards, okay? Number one, it'll make you a better advisor. Number two, it'll definitely make you more money because you'll be a better advisor, right? So let's go make that happen. Remember, MagellanNetwork.net for some tools, templates, masterclasses, all gratis on me. And again, I want to thank you for watching and listening to this episode of Magellan Network Show. Thank you for watching or listening to this episode of the Magellan Network Show. Hey, if any of this resonated with you, I invite you to come to MagellanNetwork.net, and we have a powerful group coaching community of like-minded advisors. Come in for a trial. You and I will have a one-on-one conversation. Let's see if I can help elevate your game, both personally and professionally.